I'm so excited because I'm getting to talk to you today about being a principal. And of course, I want to influence you into considering engaging in that career choice. My name is Flora Emmanuel Joseph, and I am currently the principal of the Miku Secondary School. Students, there is nothing more exciting than becoming a principal. There is nothing more exciting than teaching, for that matter. And I want to say to you that any one of you can become a principal. It's that simple. But it requires dedication, it requires sacrifice, it requires, most importantly, well, that's my opinion, a love for children. When you have that love for children, that desire to see children succeed, when you care so much about helping somebody build a great future, then you are on the right path to becoming a principal. I can tell you, I've not regretted it in my 33 years of teaching and how many years in administration? About 14 years in administration now. I have not regretted it. I'll say to you, students, yes, it has its challenging moments, but the successes, the joyful moments far outweigh the challenging ones. And so just imagine walking into a building and there's a sea of students just waiting with anxious faces for you to help guide the decisions that they make. Isn't that exciting? Indeed, it is. Just imagine walking into a classroom and you can offer instructional support to a child, or you can offer guidance to a teacher to enhance the curriculum. Isn't that exciting? Super exciting. Well, a principal is responsible for all of those things, from managing the school. And when I speak of managing, I speak both in terms of managing people, so managing the human resource, and also managing the resources of the school. A principal is also responsible for motivating the staff, for motivating the students, the parents, you know, to believe in themselves, to believe in yourself and your accomplishments. And that's exciting. Students, just imagine looking back and seeing all of those lives that you have contributed to enhancing. And you take pleasure in that, you take joy in that. Now, how do I become a principal? What do I need to do okay? Uh, what do I need to become a successful principal? Of course, your education is important. So it's important that you get those CXs. But let's look at the choice of subjects. Here's what I would recommend. While it is important that that you are knowledgeable about everything, we also have to be realistic. A principal has to be a good communicator. You will be speaking not just to students and teachers, but other stakeholders in the education field. So you need to have a grip, a solid grip on the English language. Of course, you'd have to be versatile, you'd have to have some understanding of the maths, but I think you'd have to have some understanding of how people relate to one another, how people live, why do people do this, how do people think. So social studies would allow you to do that. Now you have to also manage the resources I said earlier on. So you'd have to have some knowledge of business. So you'd have to select a subject that allows you to understand how to manage a business, because technically education is a business. And then of course you have to, with all what's happening with COVID-19, with the when we look at the global trends, we have to have a grip on the digital education. So information technology is no longer an option, it's a must. You must understand how the digital world operates so that we could move with the trend and meet the needs of students. Of course, you students know that gone are the days when you'd open a book and want to read like we do, like we did. But you would click onto a computer, turn it on, and quickly get absorbed in the information. So, as a principal, you would have to have some knowledge of how to use the technology to enhance the teaching. And let me also remind you that Um, it's not going to be always, as I indicated, a bed of roses, but with determination, you'll get there. So you would continue to pursue your education. You would have to become a qualified teacher. You would have to get grounding in how children learn, how to go about the art of teaching. All right? You would need to move on from just basic teacher qualification, basic teacher